Why is the price of housing in America still insanely high? Well, there's a lot of different reasons for it. People try to say, well, inflation and, the low inventory and a bunch of other things like this. But I have a different reason. And I'm going to show you from the scriptures what the Bible has to say. The book of Psalms, Psalm 37 and verse 21 says, "The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth." The wicked borroweth and payeth not again. The King James Bible is such an archaic book. It just doesn't relate to us modern man today and all this other stuff. Oh, then you're very ignorant of Scripture. And you're very ignorant of truth. Okay? Yes, the King James Bible is quite relevant to today. Recently here, the Wall Street Journal came out with an article saying about that, according to the FHA home loan stuff and whatever else, there are 1 million households in America that are in default. Not delinquent, default. In other words, they stopped paying, the house should be foreclosed, and the house isn't being foreclosed. You know why? Because the pandemic forbearance system and debt moratoriums and all this other stuff, that thing is still in effect. Never in history have I ever seen this thing, and correct me if I'm wrong out there, I've never seen this thing of, hey, if you don't want to pay, or if you quote unquote can't pay, you can just live perpetually without paying a debt. In the past, hey, you don't have enough money for rent? Well, sorry, you're out on the street. There isn't anything that can be done for you. You're delinquent in your payments. You can't make your mortgage payments. You can't make your car payments or whatever else. Sorry, we're taking the thing from you and we'll give it to somebody else that can make the payment. Never before have I ever seen this thing of just this perpetual forbearance. And by the way, it's just 1 million households are in default, and 400,000 are seriously delinquent, they said in the article. In other words, it's not just, oh, we're behind in a month or something like that. No, they're multiple months behind in payments. And I know for a fact, my wife was looking up some things in the area here, and I know for a fact that there are multiple properties that are literally foreclosed, and the people are simply squatting. They're just there. They're living there. They're not paying, any kind of mortgage or anything else. They're just squatting. They're just staying there. And why? Why is this happening? Well, because the Goonies in the banking system, the children of the devil, and they are children of the devil. They are very wicked people. There's no fear of God before their eyes. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again. Remember that. These children of the devil, they understand that in order to keep the housing market up and the prices inflated and get people into terrible amounts of debt that they can never repay, in order to do that, they can't let that those 1.4 million properties come, onto the market. Because if they do, at short sale prices or foreclosure prices, it would drive the price of housing down, thereby making it easier for people that actually have money and have character, that they would actually make their payments. It would be a lot cheaper for those people. Just absolutely disgusting. And of course there was price gouging and things during the pandemic. They took advantage of people. I remember 2019, houses were very affordable, and they were getting a lot cheaper because people just couldn't afford anything. And then all of a sudden 2020 comes along and, here's a bunch of free money from the government. Money from the government's never free. There's always strings attached. So if you're waiting and waiting to find a house and everything's still too highly priced and whatever, it is part of a very satanic scam. And we need to pray against that. And we need to stand up for what's right. That's why I'm making this video. We're going to do this Department of Government Efficiency. Okay. Then go after the 1.4 million households that, and they might be 5-10 people in each one of those. So, I'm just saying the household. It's not 1.4 million Americans. It's 1.4 million households that are either completely in default or seriously delinquent. And then you have the ones that are already foreclosed and they're just squatting there. So you want to go after some inefficient things here in America, then go after the people that are not paying, those that have borrowed and they're paying not again. Go after them, take those people down. And they have this sovereign wealth fund thing that they're talking about too, where they want to start to monetize everything here in America and tokenize all the assets and all this other stuff. Just a bunch of wicked, satanic people that care nothing at all about the Bible. And yet if they would do things the Bible way, we would actually make America great again. But we're not going to, we'll just forsake the scriptures. We'll forsake the spiritual principles that this nation was founded upon. And we'll go and we'll use whatever we feel like using. We'll go with the Aleister Crowley type of thing. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Whatever feels good. If it feels good, do it. That's not the way you make a good, healthy society. And I don't care if you're an atheist, the most God-hating, reprobate atheist out there, you have to admit that people that are just able to live in a place without ever making any payments, that's wrong. That's very bad for a society. Just makes me very angry. When I heard that, I just thought, are you kidding me? People are still in forbearance. They still are not making payments 5 years after this pandemic thing. How sick. So we need to be a people of righteousness, and we need to stand up for what's right. And what is right is paying your debts, getting rid of those debts. I've been in debt in my past. I haven't always been debt-free, but I paid my debts off with hard work and dedication and having to live below my means to get my debts paid down. I suggest you do the same. All right, so that is going to be it. Thank you very much for watching.